Today, Shiba Inu is blazing. The cost is increasing, but almost 95 trillion Shiba Inu have been questioned. Analysts are getting their calls. There will be a significant breakthrough shortly. Satoshi Kusama is also present to provide confirmation. What's going on? What am I even talking about anyway? Let me clarify. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. Shiba Inu is demonstrating once again why it is the most popular meme currency. Shiba Inu recovered quickly despite the cryptocurrency market experiencing one of those wild days. A little decline in price was followed by a sharp increase. That level of power? People are becoming very excited about it. Now everyone is wondering whether this is the start of a major breakout. Or maybe something far more significant is simmering in the background. But wait, this is where the fun truly starts. Consider that there will soon be about 95 trillion Shiba Inu coins available. That sounds crazy. I know. I know you're wondering, wait, how is that even possible? It's a lot to process, I assure you. But as we dissect it, it will begin to make sense. That will be covered in a moment. Let's first discuss the current state of the Shiba Inu pricing chart, however. Thus, the cost has been attempting to break out of this constrained range. It has repeatedly struck this ceiling but is unable to break through. It is smacked back down a bit each time it approaches, creating what traders refer to as a local top. Additionally, you'll notice something intriguing if you enlarge the short-term chart. Shiba Inu seems to be becoming weary, as seen by an increasing number of little pullbacks, lower highs, and minor wick rejections. This was indeed pointed out by one expert. According to him, it seems that some sell pressure is beginning to build up and that the bullish impetus is waning. At first, it may seem frightening, but here's the catch. Such a configuration, it often occurs just before a significant action. It resembles applying pressure on a spring. Eventually, it bursts. Additionally, Shiba Inu move with considerable force. There is a buzz throughout the community. Whales are keeping a close eye on everything. Additionally, the air has an odd, almost electric sensation. Therefore, don't be shocked if Shiba Inu surprises everyone once again, as it has done in the past, even if it may seem that things are calming down on the surface. Here's the problem, however. The short-term price activity is frightening some individuals, but one expert has revealed something shocking. He said that Shiba Inu may be preparing for a huge 70% increase. Yes, you heard correctly. 70%. According to him, the current state of affairs may be the quiet before the storm. The nice storm, because Shiba Inu is creating what is known as a positive pennant pattern on the chart, if you look closely. Here's why it is important. An impending breakout is often indicated by the appearance of this kind of pattern. Furthermore, this identical pattern is a component of a larger whole. Analysts refer to it as a cup and handle. Imagine it as a teacup with a rounded bottom and a little dip that serves as the handle. And you know what? Right now, that handle is taking shape flawlessly. How deep is this pattern? It's deep enough to suggest a significant price change, and if all goes according to plan, Shiba Inu might soar back to its peak earlier this year. From where it is presently, it would represent a spike of almost 70%. Naturally, the arrangement may fail if it falls much below that crucial support level. However, everything are holding up rather well so far. The graph is narrating a tale. What about that tale? It's about patterns lining up, pressure mounting, and the possibility of a major explosion. Therefore, the larger picture may be depicting something much more fascinating for Shiba Inu, even if some people are just interested in little drops. Hold on, however, because you must know something. While everyone's attention was focused on the charts, a significant event occurred behind the scenes. The cryptocurrency community is paying close attention to one transaction in particular. Someone with enormous wealth, known as a whale, recently transferred $800 million value of Bitcoin from Coinbase to an unidentified wallet. Yes, that isn't a typo. $800 million. Now, why does Shiba Inu care about this? Because it typically implies one thing: when large sums of money like that quietly leave exchanges. Accumulation, these aren't only arbitrary actions. Whales are not game players, they get ready. And it's usually a hint that something big is coming when Bitcoin whales begin to transfer that type of weight. Smaller currencies like Shiba Inu often gain a lot when major players are preparing for a market move. The whole market changes in tandem with Bitcoin. Shiba Inu also often ride the wave with great vigor. Thus, this can be the spark that ignites the fire and propels Shiba Inu to new heights. Speaking about vast numbers, however, the situation becomes much more bizarre. Nearly 90 trillion Shiba Inu coins have gained attention today, according to one expert, and that figure is creating a stir. More than 330,000 addresses own around 95 trillion Shiba Inu tokens, according to recent statistics. These were all purchased within the range of two important pricing points. It's an average price that roughly corresponds to the current pricing. What does it signify? In essence, there are a lot of Shiba Inu owners here who are just waiting for the appropriate opportunity. A significant response, either a rush of selling or a ferocious defense, might occur if the price fell below that range. The price is now positioned slightly above the line in the sand. Still, it's barely hanging on. Very little Shiba Inu is held in the next lower level, and there isn't much support just below. The current level seems like a tightrope because of it. Here's the problem, however. We could be in for a significant comeback if Shiba Inu can stay firm and push higher while defending this level. That would make it possible to retest and maybe even surpass the record levels we saw earlier this month. Naturally, the 95 trillion hoard might be activated if the price drops too much, which could either cause a stir or provide eager purchasers with the ideal dip opportunity. The situation is tight. Traders are keeping a tight eye on everything. Furthermore, Shiba Inu's next major move can surprise everyone since the whole cryptocurrency market is still on edge. But when we take a long-term view, this is what counts most. What the developers are doing behind the curtains is much more important than any of this temporary things. The true value is found there. The enigmatic and beloved chief creator of the Shiba Inu environment, Satoshi Kusama, has issued a strong declaration. He wrote on X, that message felt like a rallying cry in a time when people are full of questions. The development team is continuing working diligently, creating and adhering to the plan. Additionally, keep in mind that the Shiba Inu ecosystem is growing and is no longer only a meme. This project is rapidly changing with the arrival of new platforms, services, and technological advancements. Presenting Shiba Inu as a significant player in the cryptocurrency space is now more important than just pumping prices. Innovation, usefulness, and community are what define the future, not memes and hype. And all of these price movements we're seeing today are just the beginning, if the developers continue to produce as they have. Furthermore, Shiba Inu continue to look fantastic in the long run, similar to what Lucy, Shiba Inu's chief marketing, said in a recent tweet. She delivered a message that resonated and cut through the clutter. The best investment of all is when the community steps up, spreads the word, and believes in real potential, she wrote. Best utility ever and society, and she's entirely correct. Because the individuals behind Shiba Inu are what really give it its strength, regardless of what the charts indicate or how the marketplace performs today or tomorrow. Shiba Inu isn't simply another meme coin because of it. This is about creating something tangible, not merely riding a pump. Take a look at how the Shiba Inu community consistently comes up. Individuals believe in the idea, whether it's on Telegram forums and X or just by persevering. And Shiba Inu have true longevity because of their conviction and their steadfastness. At the moment, Shiba Inu is continuing to advance, despite all of the price pressure, patterns developing, whale movements occurring, and stress around important support levels. Because of the community, it continues to get notice, trend, and retain sway. And when you combine that community with a dedicated development staff, an innovative plan, and increasing awareness in the cryptocurrency industry, it's a winning combination. Therefore, it's something deeper than hype. It's togetherness, it's conviction, and it's just beginning. However, what do you think of this? Leave a comment below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it, and subscribe to the channel.